corrosive bullets, bitch. That's right.
Hey, welcome back to another build video of the It Might Not Be Meta, but We Don't Really Care. I'm Jedi. This is my daily carry build. This after beating the game and beating it on all levels and having fun, I've found that this really is the build for me, and I like a lot of survivability, but also damage output. I play all around position a lot of the time. I don't know if I'm going to be the healer or if I need to put out extra damage, but this really allows you to do that with swapping out one item, the Burden of the Divine, right here. And this you're going to either switch out for the Burden of the Divine or the Dread Font. Now, if you're playing solo, you're going to go with the Dread Font. Burden of the Divine is when you jump in with your buddies. Now, I'll kind of break this down a little bit. I'm rocking Handler with the Healing Dog, so I'm constantly having a healing uptick. And I'm running the Healer as my secondary. And this is strictly for my healing shield, which will allow you to eat any one shot from any enemy, any difficulty, including Apocalypse, from Annihilation. Will allow, if you get that off in time, and you have full health, and you have that full shield, you can eat that one shot from any enemy in the game. Now, you can really pick any armor you like. You just want a real high armor count. Don't worry about your dodge. That doesn't even come into play here. I have the Pharaoh head cover, Leto's chest and legs, and then the Labyrinth Gauntlet, because ironically they give you the highest amount of armor for anything. Now for my heart, this is really kind of what's going to make the build, the heart and the amulet combo here. I have Tranquil Heart, which gives me health regen. And it doubles that health regen when you use the heart. So don't expect to be going and getting down to like 2 health and hitting your heart and then all of a sudden having full health. This is a constant flow of health back into your character all the time. And what I use for my relics, I'm using healing effectiveness by 20%. And that couples with the triage effect from the medic, which is now going to up everything to 70% healing effectiveness. I've got 5% automatic DR on top. Just gives me a little bit more tankiness and allows me to take more shots. And then the gray health rate, which gives me 20% additional gray health rate on top of what the Necklace of Flowing Life does, which gives us an additional conversion of 100%. So now every shot we take is converted to gray health instead of leaving a gap in your health bar. So all of it can come back. And then coupled with the Dread Font, with the gray health regen by 2, on with the 20% that we put on the heart, all this in combo is just giving us a stupid amount of regen. And the dog, because it's on the healer dog, is constantly giving you a health tick back. Now, we're going to move over into what makes this really powerful as far as your DPS output. All of this stuff is what's giving you your constant health back, and this is your survivability. And again, when you play with your team, you're going to switch out Dread Font for Burden of the Divine, because that is going to decrease your damage output by 10%. But don't worry, it's going to apply all healing to you, everything across the board, relics, healing over time, any of the stuff that your summons are bringing you. All of that applies to your allies. So 50% of everything that's ticking into you is just automatically going to your allies. That does include your summons. That does include your turret, all of your buddies. So if you are healing your summons, your dog, and your dog is healing you, we now have an endless loop going on. So you kind of see how this gets stupidly powerful very quickly. Now let's get on to the damage stuff. Now I use the Enigma, and I love the Chaos Driver. It shoots out that electric pylon, and that is your long distance sort of, you can fire that at about one of those at about any mob in the game, and it's a one shot and walk away. If they're a little bit stronger, fire a couple into them and walk away. And with failsafe down here for my mutator, I'm getting an attached 20% additional mod damage and a 15% chance not to shoot that pylon out. So you get 7 pylons, so you can pump out an enormous amount of damage very quickly. And on my main weapon, I've just got the Black Moths, my trusty. I've got Momentum for my crit damage, and Song of a Fear for ad control, because it has amazing keep your ass intact, get out of trouble, get out of jail free card capability with it. So the Stone of Malevolence, everybody knows, elemental damage on your target generates 15% mod power. So anytime you zap somebody with the regular electricity arc, or you drive a pylon into them with the Enigma, you are going to get stupid return on your mod charge. And this is without the being in the Archon. And then I use the Timekeeper's Jewel, and that increases duration of all status effects. So when you zap somebody with the arc, it increases that. Now, it doesn't say doubles, but it kind of doubles it. And this is great if you use a fire mod, whatever you want to do. Guys, this build is adaptable to you and how you like to play. This is what I've found through what I like to play in the team that I have. A lot of the times, like if I play with Recon and I play with Harp, well, they're damage outputters. So I tend to stick to a little bit more of a support role. If we're just playing with one of us, I kind of run through. If Critter joins the fray, well, then I don't have to worry about healing, because I know Critter's going to take care of that, and I can kind of focus more on output. And it allows you to change this mod pretty quickly and move it around pretty effectively. If you don't like the heart and you want more healing, well, then take the resonating heart or the cracked heart. But for this build, and what I like to do, and just constantly have my health coming back no matter what I'm getting hit with, this is the build for me, and this is why I like it. Now, I'll show you with a quick demonstration right here at the firing range of how these two mods, Song of a Fear, you can control the crowd real well. Here, bang, Song of a Fear out, and then fire 2 pylons, one into another target, and then we just sit back and then look. All right, there's our mods. Look, oh yeah, hey, look, our pylons are filled, and now our Song of a Fear is filled. Everything is recharged. You can go again. So that's with this setup with Stone of Malevolence and the Timekeeper's Jewel. Now I'm going to go over into traits, and I'm going to show you why this works that way. And we automatically get Kinship and Triage. So Kinship kicks down your friendly fire damage to all sources, which is great. Because I tend to electrocute my teammates and my dog a lot, and that just keeps them from going down. Now, Triage gives you 50% of increase to all healing. That includes your dog's uptick to you, your summons uptick to you. Anything that's giving you health, your relic charges, your heal over times, which regrowth, we have 1.5 health regen right there. I've got in vigor, so we have more health. I don't really stack into endurance because I don't need it with the Misty Step. I have full spirit because I like that 20% mod power generation. Now, what you just saw with the pylons going off and throwing out Song of a Fear and throwing in 2 pylons, you just saw how that charged everything back up just on its own without doing anything else. You saw how that recharged. Now, that is 100% due to these points being into spirit. Now, if you were finding that you are not healing fast enough, or you're not getting your health back quick enough, or you need to be a little bit more tanky, and you don't need that extra mod generation because you're firing, or you have a good team that's firing in and putting their DPS down, well, then put that into Bloodstream. Because all that build goes around that gray health regen. And this is the one thing I will swap out. If I'm going to respec my character, I swap out from Spirit, from my mod power generation back into Bloodstream, which gives me gray health regen all the time. I personally don't find that I need it, so that's why I don't do it. If you need to spec into that and you find that you're taking too much damage or you're not getting your health back quick enough, then by all means, spec into that and make this build about, because it's about you. It's about playing the game the way you like to play. Now, I get a little bit into expertise right here, and that's sort of natural. But I would have expertise up into 5, but I have one that automatically goes into endurance, and that's through one of the archetypes. But I would just bring expertise to 5, and then down here we have bark skin for the extra DR, 10% straight off the top, and then I keep my dog's blood bond at 5, and this just takes another 5% off the top, and that's just extra damage reduction. So your DR is pretty stupid at this point. And then Siphoner for an extra 3% lifesteal. So all damage output that you do at this point, everything, your dog, your turrets, grenades, guns, anything, any of your mods, 3% of all of that comes back as health. So this you want to absolutely make sure you have on there. So that's what really makes this build work and how it makes it come back. And again, your one swap out, just like your ring that you would use, right here for Burden of the Divine, you can swap out for Dreadfont, which if I'm playing solo, that's what I use. It gives me more survivability. If I'm playing with friends, any amount of friends, as soon as I have one buddy jump in, bang, I go over to Burden of the Divine, and that gives you a ridiculous amount of health output, and it just creates for massive amounts of survivability. Well, guys, that's the build. I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you what this can do, and this has got some Apocalypse playthrough right here, and it's kind of just a leisurely stroll through Apocalypse. And yeah, you might get to a boss that you have to change some stuff up on. You might want to change some stuff around on. You get stuck. It doesn't work out ideal for this certain boss. Yeah, that's what makes a good build, is it's adaptable. And it's quickly adaptable. So my last little tip is, if you do get stuck and you're really getting messed up, what you can do is you can come in, kick on either the Crystal Heart or the Resonating Heart, and then switch over from your Necklace of Flowing Life into your Ankh of Power, and that's going to give you more damage output. And if you need to switch your Ring of Omens to the Bright Steel Ring right there, and then that's going to kick this whole build over into a super damage output build with survivability on top on the snap of a finger. So there's another option for you guys. I'm JEDI. Put another quarter in. We'll see you next time. Check us out on Sundays, 8 p.m. on Twitch. Do all that happy horse shit that social media likes from you. We'll see you next time. Excuse me. Hello. Oh, hey. Hey, do you know how to get upstairs?
That has a vortex on it again. God damn it. Got me. My coughing. Oh, die. God.
Yeah, that's fun.
Out of here.
Yeah.
Give me. Go away. I'm